Good evening, everyone. Aloha ahi ahi kako. Welcome to our Mana Healing Evening. Thank you for being with me. It is a little cloudy around here and then kind of cold. Uh, Geez, we're in late July and the weather is shifting a little bit. It's been interesting this week. How's everybody doing this evening? Let me know how you're doing. Thumbs up. Okay, good. Glad to receive that. All right. So this evening, our focus is really connecting to nature. So as I had posted in Hawaii, in our Hawaiian Soulfulness chat group is there is a hurricane that's heading toward us, and we are not any strangers to hurricanes in Hawaii. And it's more of a reminder for everyone to prepare, right? So it's whether you're preparing your mind, whether you're preparing your physical space, or you're preparing with your family and friends. It seems like at this time that the weather or the hurricane will move north. For those of you who are in Hawaii, it will move north of us, and it doesn't mean that we won't get rain though, and that's not a bad thing, right? But we want to make sure, I want you to make sure that you are doing what you need to do, because this is only the first of what could come, many that could come. And that means making sure that you have um, things, physical things in your house. So enough medicines, whatever you need, enough water. You can always bottle them in 5-gallon containers, or some people prefer just having small plastic bottles. We do the bigger ones. That's a better way for us to do that. Also, electricity. So, what do you do when you need more, when your electricity goes out? So, knowing what to do in these times, and I know I'm speaking to the choir here, but making sure you have what you need to take care of yourself. So, and your family. So, just, I think it was about a couple months ago, I was fortunate enough to be part of a Red Cross training with many people from Public Works, our county Public Works, our water department, our mayor's office, and more. And to be able to see like really how they go down their list of what is needed for it was amongst first responders, right? So first responders have a tendency to have to go outside of the household in a disaster. And so the preparation time is much more advanced. And I want us to be similarly prepared, whether you have large spaces or small spaces to take care of. This is part of all of our responsibilities, to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves for, they're saying 14 days. 14 days. So that's water, that's food, that's medication. If you have pets, make sure you have food for your pets. Okay, so that's basics things. And there's other things that I think are sometimes overlooked. And one of the things that I learned, especially during disaster, is wipes. People who have no um, access to um to water, wipes is something that makes them feel better if they can wipe themselves down. Yeah, like baby wipes or other kinds of things, yeah, that you can use. So that's just a few tidbits. If you have gas in your house for kitchen, for then you can boil water if you need to. But if you don't, then you want to make sure that you have at least a propane stove or something that is easily accessible to you so that you, if you need to cook, that you can. I also saw this really cool, I watch a lot of farm shows and cooking shows, and I was so excited because I saw this freezer mechanism or refrigerator mechanism that will actually hold the minute that your electricity goes out, it keeps everything cold in your refrigerator. So when I figure out what that was, I will let you know. But what is it? How do you all prepare in disaster? How do you prepare in inclement weather? How do you prepare in so we have tropical storms here more often than hurricanes, thank goodness. But sometimes even the tropical storms, the wind levels can get very, very high. Like the last one we had in March, it was more like hurricane winds. Yeah. So, what is it that you do? And if you feel like sharing it on the chat, please do so. The cool thing about us gathering, and we gather with people from all around the world, is that we are able to hear what other people have to say and how they do it in their area. So wherever it is, whoever's watching, and if you want to place your information in our chat group, our Hawaiian Sulfonist group, then do so. What is it that you do to prepare for? And we have people who are, are in spaces where there's snow. Um, and most of us in Hawaii are not dealing with snow. So whatever it is that you do, we share with this information with everybody. And the other thing, so this is all physical things, right? Physical things that you do to prepare yourself to be able to take care of yourself when a storm comes. So, or a fire or a flood. Yeah. So all are very, very different. I want to turn my attentions to Canada. Canada has many, 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 many fires that are happening at this time. And it's something that we want to, even though most of us do not live anywhere close to it, we want to send our attention and our intention to those spaces. So this evening, um, our focus is really like connecting with nature. And this is something that I have been just in that space of making sure that I've been paying attention to. And this is I'm calling it summer wisdom, but it really is year round. Year round, you have different seasons, you have different conditions, and you have different challenges that may be coming toward you. So living in harmony with nature's rhythm is something that I'm very passionate about. Oh, Denise is saying, first fill the bathtub full of cold potable water. You are absolutely right. You know, Denise, I'm glad that you said that because when I was a child, so there were 9 people in my house. There was 6 children, my parents and my grandmother. So we had one big cast iron tub, and whenever there was a storm coming, and we always knew that the storm was going to knock out our electricity. So we always had a tub. We filled our tub filled full of water. And I mean everything was clean and then we'd fill it up. So that is a really, really good tip. Thank you for that. So we went through the physical piece of what do we do when I want to just make sure I'm recording. I want to make sure I'm recording. Okay. Oh no, I am recording. Okay, good. Um, we went through the physical aspects of what do we do. So get all of your things ready. Even though I think we're going to be spared in Hawaii of this storm that's coming. Like I said, in Canada, there are a tremendous amount of fires. This is really impactful for our globe. Um, and this is also something that we sometimes think, oh, that's not in my area. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. But it is because as we saw in Lahaina in on Maui, when things start to impact people and populations. And we can think back to a few years ago when Australia was on fire, and you had our forests there, and the koala bears, and the kangaroos, and the many animals that were impacted, and there was live footage coming out to the world. What happened to all of us in that moment in time? What happened to our hearts during that time? I remember the baby koalas and they're just, like burned and then they're being like cared for and nursed, yeah, and supported, and then the kangaroos. And so that was just like a small grouping of animals and place that we saw. Lahaina was different. It was people, it was a whole town. And so not so much different from the koalas, but just as important, right? So what do we need to do to prepare? And then the second part, once you get the physical stuff down, what do you do to prepare your Shen, Qi, and Jing? Your soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. That's where we come in. Okay, so I see Marlene saying she mostly just buys bottled water and she already has enough food on hand, like canned soups, protein bars, nuts, tuna, sardines. Perfect. That really is amazing. What I think Maui is where we live, where Marlene, myself live, is we are getting better at fresh food. Our farmers are pushing out farm boxes much faster with the food bank and other nonprofits to send out to the communities. And I really am seeing that kind of exploding on Maui, unlike ever before. So you learn, right? You learn from these things. So thank you, Marlene, for that, and Denise. So as we prepare, and it doesn't have to be, um, oh, Denise is saying create a central local meeting place if phones go down. Perfect. So in Hawaii, it depends on what it is, right? What storm it is, or if it's a fire, if it's a flood. So that's a really good idea. Like create your central location or farm, or I mean, or family notification. So text messages for us is usually what is recommended right away. So I want to recommend to all of you, if you haven't thought about this yet, one of the things I learned a while ago was you find somebody away from your location. So like for us, it would be somebody who is not in Hawaii or is on another island or on the continent somewhere. Find that person that who will receive that communication so that you know that they know you're okay. And if for some reason you lose any communication, they know your last location, even if the phone lines go down. So text messages are easier for the phone system to push through than it is for physical calls. If you are in locations where you don't have good reception, which there are many rural areas that are like that, then please make sure that you connect with someone or you have something that will indicate that you where you're going. Yeah. So one of the things that we want to do, and I know this is like really kind of for some might be an overkill, but we have messaging going out 5 days before something is supposed to come into our area. So fires, of course, are not 5 days. It's something that that just happens and then it could flare up and then it could be within your reach in 1 hour, right? So being in knowing who to call and then and letting them know where you are is an important piece of information for anyone. Okay. So just it's our way of being more diligent and also being accountable to ourselves and to others because we're in a time where, and depending on what country you come from and you're watching us from, you may have those resources in government or you may not. And so being accountable to each other, calling somebody who is away from the area to say, okay, I'm okay, and I'm going to go to this location. And, or I have all my family members and this is where we're going. Or the children are at school and I'm meeting them up there and we're going, wherever. So be conscious of that, be more aware and awakened for that, because that really starts to relieve people, especially people who really care about you and they want to make sure that you are okay. Okay. Can I get a thumbs up on that? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. So, this connection to nature and living in harmony, I want you today, as I said at the very beginning of this session, it's a little cloudy here where I live. Um, but for some who, and I'm not sure, maybe in Kihei where Marlene lives, maybe it's very humid. Um, so pay attention to the small things, the small shifts that maybe are not so common. So right now it's very, very cool where I live, but it's in the middle, it's the end of July and it shouldn't be this cool. And that's okay. Just watching what the shifts and changes are. Yeah. So right now where I live, it's behaving more like it's winter. Interesting, yeah. So figure out within your own environment at this time, like what has changed for you? Or is it normal? It might be completely normal. So notice the wind directions, notice is it more wet than usual? Notice your mountains if you have any near you. Notice are there flowers springing up? Because typically in summer, that's where the flowers are. Flowers are coming up, right? Or are there less? I notice my trees right away, my fruit trees, to see like what are they doing? Are they more abundant or is it less? Like, are they not fruiting at all? Like, what's going on? And that's usually my first indicator of something different, a shift that has happened with the ground, with the weather, with the moisture in the air. How humid is it? How cool is it? How many of you have noticed a shift or a difference? Marlene's saying it's been cloudy off and on, but yes, I did notice that the humidity has gone up since yesterday. Yeah. So we have more energy in the air right now because of the hurricane that's approaching. Yeah. And the longer you live in one area, the more you maybe more, you know, um more apt to recognize certain things. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So where has it been more dry? Where you live? Where is it more green? And is that common? Ultimately, I think the lesson here for all of us, excuse me, is that nature, although it has its seasons, it just keeps adapting. Yeah. It keeps adapting and it just keeps responding no matter what. It doesn't, there's no complaining. Yeah. You don't see the birds complaining because the sun's going down earlier or it's hotter than usual, or you don't see the insects, adjusting. That's the beauty of nature. That truly is the beauty of nature. Yeah. So being in harmony and in rhythm with nature, that's our job. That's our job, to be in that space with it and to move with it in that way. When I was growing up, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this too, and I don't know if people still do it because I'm not around the tourist industry anymore so much, but when I was a young adult working in the tourist industry, people would say when it was starting to get cloudy or rainy, they're like, why don't you do something about this weather? And I would giggle, like, what would you like me to do with this weather? And this was not just like one person. It would consistently go on for the years that I was um in the hospitality industry. And they're like, we need the sun. We want the sun. And when I was young, I didn't know how to respond to that. But after a few years, I would say, um, if I could do that, then that means I was God. And so therefore, if I could do that, life would be very different. There is a balance in everything when we move with Mother Earth, when we move with her breath, her energy, then we will be able to comprehend, assimilate, and be able to receive what she is trying to tell us to do. The fires that are in Canada right now are tremendous. And the best thing that we can do tonight is focus our time on the areas, our own space, first of all, our own space, what's going on in our own space. And the second thing is to send our energy, our love, our light, our forgiveness, our compassion to all those in other spaces in the world that are going through quite a bit. Marlene says, if the tourists only realize that we have too much sun, sometimes we need the rain. I say with the greatest love for the tourists. Yes. Yeah. So often they're escaping whatever it is that we appreciate. Yeah. They're escaping the long days in clouds or cool weather. Yeah. And they want sun here. And you're absolutely right. You know, I had said just a moment ago, like notice which areas are dry. Yeah, which areas need more water, which areas are just flourishing and green, which areas we have leeward side of the island and a windward side of the island. So in our understanding in current times, there's specific characteristics that happen in our islands. I'm not sure how it works in the continent because it is a big continent and there's flowing of wind, rain, and I'm not sure how nature is in your areas. This is something that you can educate me on, but really pay attention. That's the bottom line. Pay attention. And then where can you send your light and love to? Because you know when you're in those situations, you want others to be praying for you. You want others to be praying for the spaces you come from. Yeah. So Denise says she's on the west side of the mountains in Washington. It's a lot drier the past 2 summers. She listens to a gardener in Portugal to do a strong evening watering to produce deeper roots. Hmm, that's interesting. So, if I can give you some information too, so this is something that I learned in farm school that I want to pass on. Your soil is really, really important. And if you have the ability to test your soil, so basically that means you would take soil, like dig into your soil a few inches, dig down, and then from four corners of your property, where if it's really massive, then you can just take a section. But if you live on a small area, then just dig down and then take a soil sample. No rocks, just soil. And and we send our soil off to other places. There are places that check your soil and check the content, the mineral content of your soil. This is good information for all of you. Um, the soil may contain or may lack certain minerals, just like our bodies do, just like our blood. Sometimes we might be lacking in calcium, or we might be lacking in potassium, or we need more copper, or whatever it is, whatever minerals we need, the body needs. Well, the soil is the exact same thing. It needs certain minerals to produce and hold water and micronutrients and micro beings that are in the soil. So this is a really cool tip, Denise. 1 inch, so 1 inch for us, you guys do centimeters or millimeters, but 1 inch, it's the one notch of your finger about, of organic soil on 1 acre of land will hold around 22,000 um, pounds of water. So you can convert that, but if you need to. But anyway, that's a lot of water. That's 1 inch. So what you may want to do is check your soil and what is lacking and start feeding your soil that so that it can produce better. It becomes healthier. And there's all kinds of other things that can be done, like composting and those kinds of things. That's a longer topic. But this is something that you can do physically for your soil. And the other thing, everybody, chant. Chant for your soil. Chant for your trees. Trace. Okay. So tonight, let's do that for the next 20 minutes or so. I'm going to pull up our Love, Peace, Harmony calligraphy, and we're going to focus on your area for a little bit. And then we're also going to think about and or um, focus on other areas in the world that might need more support. Okay. The beauty of our soul is that we can expand, we can span out to many spaces with just the thought. And three hearts joined as one, we can do so much. Okay. So I'm going to pull this calligraphy up for us. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. We have an opportunity each and every day to raise our not only the awareness of our own communities, our own families, but we are also able to uplift others just by purely a thought and our energy moving to that area. So close your eyes at this time if you're able to. And I want you to breathe deep within your body and go to the core of your body. So your lower abdomen, your first soul house, sit up straight. Your first soul house, bottom of your torso. Visualize light. Bottom of your torso between the genitals and then the anus is the Huayin acupuncture point. This point connects you to Mother Earth. So you can place your hands on your lower abdomen at this time and just stay still, focusing light on this area. As you are focusing this light, see your light connecting to where you live. We are on Mother Earth. So often I see it as a cord, a light cord that is connecting to her and tapped into her. And as you are visualizing this light moving through you, I also want you to put your focus right now at the top of your head. So when you draw a line between your ears to the top of your head, and then from your nose to the top of your head, there is a cross intersection that will happen, and that is the byway. The byway acupuncture point is connected to the heavens, to the divine. That's your divine source entry. As you breathe, take deep breaths in. Recognize that you are one with heaven and earth. Connect to your own body and the tremendous networks that are going on, systems, organs, cells, spaces between those cells. Tremendous miracle you are. You are a miracle. You are fed with great love and light. And stay in that space no matter what is going on in your daily life, in your world. It doesn't matter, because at this point, in this time right now, our job is to be connected to ourselves. The byway and this light moving through you effortlessly and bringing more love to each cell. This love, peace, harmony, calligraphy, this field of light is generating this beautiful field to assist you, comfort you, nurture you. As love melts all blockages and transforms all life, you have the power to heal yourself. You have the power to transform any barriers, any blockages. You have that power to call upon all that is love and light, forgiveness and compassion to be within you, to be healing for you, to be streaming through your organs and systems, to support all functions. I want you to rub your hands. The palms are these lingong, lingong, the center of your palm. This is where your heart is. I want you to rub your hands as you are connecting to this calligraphy. And if you are not tracing yet, that's perfectly fine because I want you to be as still as possible. And I want you to put after you've done rubbing your hands for a minute or two, I want you to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower abdomen. To all of our Tao healers, I ask you to please turn on all of your Tao hands at this time and send a blessing to every single person on the line, as well as those who are watching this replay. We love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Thank you for your love and light. We thank the Love, Peace, Harmony Calligraphy for assisting us in this healing, this blessing, transformation, awakening, so that each and every one of us has a greater, deeper, genuine understanding of ourselves and how to transform the physical body. I want you to take deep breaths, 5 deep breaths. Dear the Love, Peace, Harmony Calligraphy, please bless everyone as it is appropriate for each one of us, for an area that we are needing to receive blessings for, to transmit light to the area that there may be blockages, to help us to be still, calm, peaceful. During this session, as we receive Tao Hands blessings as well as appropriate for everybody who's on the line, at whatever level is appropriate for each one of us. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, la, lee. Lula, lula, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Visualizing one area of your body that you want to work on. A condition that you may have been diagnosed with. Just one. Heal all, as Master Shah says. Deep breath in. Silence your mind as much as possible. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. I love you. 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 Deep breath in. Open your eyes. Observe around you. And if you're in a room, it's okay. Observe the energy that's around you. Observe the air that's in your space. What are you hearing, both physically and maybe your inner voice? This is all part of this connection to nature, giving yourself that pause to listen. Oh, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you now to connect to a place. I am going to connect with the fires in Canada, just Canada itself. Send love, peace, and harmony there. Send love to all of the trees. Send love to that land and that space. I'm going to mention this because I think it's important. Have you ever been so angry, so angry, like furious? How many of you have been like so furious, like you see red, you just how many of you been in that space in any time in your life? Yeah, okay. So I too have been really angry where I just like was beside myself. Fire is a good representation of anger. So our job in this moment would be to be that calm, that peace, kind of a beautiful blanket of clouds. Let us connect that way. Be the blanket of clouds for these areas. To douse this fire, to calm, to be that calm, to be that solve that heals and brings life. We do this through the calligraphy, through love, peace, and harmony. So let us trace this calligraphy. Whatever is most appropriate for Canada. The fires, the tremendous fires are in the area. See mists of clouds, calming, cooling. Every action, every thought can be of assistance. Lula, lula, lee. Chant with me. Lula, lula, lee. You know, I'm seeing like the hurricane that's heading toward Hawaii as well. So my mind will be on both areas. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. 我爱我心爱你，我爱穿越泪，万里融和睦喜上。相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Eloha Maia'u. Eloha Kako'apo. E pili mai pu'uvai kako. Aloha maluhia lokahi. Aloha maluhia lokahi. Take a deep breath in, keep tracing. Whether it's the hurricane you're focusing on, the fires you're focusing on. Let's be of one heart, one consciousness, one mind. To be of light and love where there is great concern in these spaces. We serve, we love, we transform. Love melts all blockages and transforms all life. Love melts all blockages and transforms all life. Love melts all blockages and transforms all life. This is a very true statement. Wherever you are in the world, it doesn't matter, to help you to heal and rejuvenate. Rejuvenate through your life. Rejuvenate. Help the lands rejuvenate. Waters rejuvenate. Lots of things churning on our planet right now. A lot of shifts. Let's be the calm. Let's be the light, the conduits of light. Serve, serve, serve in whatever way that you are able to. Be still, be calm, help others to be in that state, to help others. For the next 2 minutes, I want you to put your hands up and give your gratitude and love to this calligraphy. Love, peace, and harmony. This is a powerful Tao art that serves everyone. It serves everyone with goodness. Everyone. We end this session giving our great gratitude and love to Master Shah, who created the Love, Peace, Harmony calligraphy for us, who has created these teachings and wisdom that have been passed down over generations and generations, thousands of years to him. Also, recognizing the work that he has done throughout his life since he was a young boy, learning and growing, moving into becoming a doctor of many modalities, a grandmaster of many modalities. We thank him for all of his work, and we thank his teachers for helping him to uplift, to hold this information, to transfer this information to us, to help us to be better people, to help us to be the conduits of light and love, forgiveness and compassion, to help us to understand the connection between the soul world and the physical world, that all are one. Let us continue to serve. Let us continue to behave in a selfless way, selfless way, Also recognize your limitations at any given time and take care of yourself. Take care of your physical body. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your emotional health. Stay aligned. Allow your Shen Qi Jing, your soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter to be aligned. When you are out of alignment, that's when you're not manifesting things as quickly. That's in goodness. That's in wholeness. That's in support of all humanity. Recognize that within yourself and know that you can improve all the time. No judgment, no judgment. You can improve every moment. I want to recognize all those who are in a state of grief and sadness, who may be suffering from something. Maybe it's a memory. Maybe it's something that has just recently happened. Whatever it is, we recognize you in this moment in time. That this field, this love, peace, harmony field, is to bring peace and oneness to your soul, heart, mind, and body. That this session is about service, oneness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all of our Tao Hands healers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Mm. Denise just wrote down a time where she was very angry. Mm. About 30 years ago, I was so angry, I was easily ready to give up my own life. Mhm. So you never know what anyone's going through, and you never know what's underneath the smile. So often we hang on to the very essence of goodness that we have because there's so many things that's going on around us and we don't know how to grow our light. So remember the yin and yang symbol. With every part of us, there's a little bit of the other. Yeah. In the white fish, there's a small dark eye, and in the dark fish, there's a white eye. No matter how dark things may get or seem, it is that little bit that requires us to pay attention and to be still and to grow and cultivate that light. You only need a speck. You only need a speck of light because that light intensifies over and over and over and over again. I focus on nature because I have seen what nature does when we pay attention to her. That she is a great cultivator of light and love. that she is a great cultivator of wisdom and information. She's much older than us. So in Hawaiian culture, she's our kupuna, she's our elder. The mountains are our elders. Yeah. The waters are elder. It's been here much longer than us. So let's listen to her. Let's provide us. Oh, look at this. Say hello, everybody. Let's provide more time for us to connect. Oh, we have a second. Come, honey. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. So let us join our hearts and souls together as one and make sure. Oh, got a little cough. Bless you. Let's join our hearts and souls together because each and every moment that we pay attention to our health, our own internal clock, our senses, be still and allow yourself to grow in this way. Love you, love you, love you. Say bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye. See you later. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. Good job, everybody. Bye-bye.